indigenous Arawak people of Puerto Rico. She has Tanya blood, raw power, and she says this fight is dedicated to her inner self as another historic night awaits for the 7-division world champion who enters seeking victory number 50 with 32 knockouts. Serrano is currently tied with the legendary Christy Martin for the most knockouts in women's boxing history. One more tonight would put the real deal alone on top of the record books as she defends her featherweight title.
Your email is your first on.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. 12 two-minute rounds for the Unified Featherweight Championships of the World. Promoted by Jake Paul and Akisa Madarian's Most Valuable Promotions and presented by Event Ticket Center. Don't just watch it, experience it live with Event Ticket Center and by Pachongo Resort Casino on another level. Our supervisors overseeing this contest from the WBO, Gino Rodriguez, and from the WBA, Kina Malpartida. Our 3 judges scoring this bout at ringside, Martha Tremblay, Crispy Rosario, and Fernando Villarreal. And our referee in charge, when the bell rings, is Thomas Taylor. So, ladies and gentlemen, the MVP stage is set. The time is now for the fighters, for the fans, and live from Temecula, California. Are you ready to make history? Let's meet the fighters first. The challenger, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the dark blue trunks with gold trim, donning the flag of Argentina. She stands 5 feet, 2 inches tall. She weighed in at 125.8 pounds. Tonight, she enters the ring with a professional record of 14 victories, opposite 4 defeats, with 7 of those wins coming by way of knockout. And she fights out of Tucumán, Argentina. Tonight, she is making her U.S. debut, ranked number 2 by the WBO. She's the reigning WBO Latino champion. Introducing Lucrecia Manzur. And now her opponent, the defending world champion, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the tan trunks with brown trim. She stands 5 feet, 5 inches tall. She weighed in at 125.6 pounds. Tonight, she enters the ring with a staggering professional record of 49 victories versus 4 defeats and 1 draw. Tonight, she is chasing her 50th win. She enters tonight with 32 wins by knockout. Tonight, looking to break the all-time knockout record for women's boxing. And she fights out of Carolina, Puerto Rico. She is one of the most decorated boxers of all time. The most championships, the most divisions, the most paid, and the most watched. She is the reigning, defending, unified featherweight champion of the world, Boricuas de pie y haga ruido para Amanda, the real deal, Serrano.
We're going to go to the bottom of the, actually the middle of the emblem right here, bottom of the letters on this side. You both receive my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back to your corner.
Win, lose, or draw, these ladies make history tonight. The first World Championship fight on TikTok Live, contested over 12 two-minute rounds. And here we go. It's time for our main event to get underway. Amanda the Real Deal Serrano looking for win number 50, knockout number 33 out of the southpaw stance. Lucrecia Manzur, 14-4 as a pro, the number 2 contender from the WBO.
You see Manzur starting aggressively here, and she told Raul and I that she was willing to go to war here tonight. And in terms of punch output, Amanda Serrano, number 1 amongst all championship level fighters in women's boxing. But Lucrecia Manzur, over a 3-minute rounds, would average close to 90 punches a round. So there's going to be a lot of leather flying tonight.
And already touching the chin of the champ early is Manzur.
Yeah, she did a couple of times, starting off the bat, like Corey said, with the jab, good jab by Manzur. Kind of like a little bit of an awkward jab, the way she throws it, like kind of like it's over the top. But she's using the jab very effectively and trying to land that overhand right over the top. There's that jabbing, and it keeps landing on Serrano.
A short right hand and a left on the inside. A good start here for the challenger Manzur. And I see what you're saying about that jab, Raul. She almost kind of paws at it with kind of the open part of her glove. She's not really fully turning her glove over.
And it's coming a little bit like over the top, not really a straight jab, but it's landing. It's being very effective for Manzur.
Body shots landing and being effective from Serrano here with the left hand.
I'm impressed by Manzur's confidence. The pressure that she's applying right now in this first round is very surprising. I mean, she was very confident in the meetings when we talked to her.
One is in the books, and a pretty good start, I would say, Corey, for the challenger.
That's an encouraging start if you're in the corner of Manzur. She was able to do what she intended to do in this fight, which is make it a messy fight and make it trench warfare.
Get a look into the champ's corner. Jordan Maldonado in her ear. Also, Joe Guzman, her sister, Cindy Serrano off camera. Mike Basil. To imagine, Raul, that if you're Lucrecia Manzur and all the talk all along has been about your opponent going for this knockout record against you, that has to fire you up in some different type of way or add an additional level of motivation other than, of course, fighting for your first world title. Like, hey, not against me.
Absolutely, and I think we saw it in that first round from Manzur, you know, like her activity, the way she was coming out and connecting with the jab and just walking up to the champ with no fear. You know, she's not intimidated at all.
And she looked up to, and she has continued to look up to Amanda Serrano, like so many of the opponents, especially as of late that she has fought, who have started their careers much later than did Serrano, who is having her hands full with the challenger right now.
Yeah, Manzur landing some good right hands, some chopping left hooks. It's an unorthodox delivery, but it's working for Manzur right now. And just to reinforce what you just said, Christina, you know, in an interview last year, Manzur described Serrano as being her dream opponent, but said that she was light years ahead of her. Flash forward a year later, it's not looking like it, at least in the opening couple minutes.
A nice right hand landed there for Manzur as she kind of puts her head down and throws that shot. And it's landed a few times. So has the heads coming together of these two. Something to keep an eye on. As there has been several head clashes, and that's kind of the style of Manzur, how she comes forward head first.
She does have that kind of makes it a lot of awkwardness for Manzur, the way she comes in with her head and going to the body and going on top. I think Serrano's making a huge mistake by staying in the pocket too much. She needs to use her footwork, her skills, her jab, and turn her. Like she's staying a little bit too long in front of Manzur, and that, hey, listen, that's Manzur's fight. That's what That's what she's looking for. That's what she wants.
Has her up 2-0 so far to start this
Very
title fight.
possibly, yeah, very possibly, right, Corey?
It's absolutely possible, especially that second round.
Here we see Manzur applying the pressure, has Serrano in the corner.
Ooh, that left hand right there at the end of that combination.
Yeah, the left
row.
hand, at times, Serrano did catch her with some shots, but more activity by Manzur. A lot more activity by Manzur. It's like if the crowd is in shock, you know, because everybody's quiet. I mean, I'm surprised right now, too, because I think Manzur has won those first 2 rounds.
Let's see what adjustments the champ can make here heading into round 3.
And we alluded to this earlier in the broadcast, but there will come a point in this fight, and perhaps it has come already, where obviously Serrano wants the knockout, but there will come a point where she has to think about winning rounds, winning a boxing match, because there is win number 50 at stake, and of course the Ring Magazine title and all of her titles.
Yeah, that's why she's got to get on the bicycle. She's got to move. She's got to use her footwork and not stand directly in front of Manzur. That Manzur fights like that all the time. I've seen a lot of her fights, and she's a come-forward fighter. She throws a lot of shots, and she continues to stab with that awkward jab.
Yeah, she landed it right there again. She timed that perfectly. Missed with the right hand wildly, though.
Yeah, to your point, Raul, the only thing that's ever stopped Manzur from moving forward was her ear literally exploding against Daniela Bermudez.
That was nasty. The corner was just unable to stop that constant flow of blood, and that fight was stopped in round 3.
So that was a nice left hand there by Serrano. That's her fight right there. Keep the fight at mid-long range and
The angles.
And don't, you know, I don't know if she's thinking about Serrano's thinking about the knockout, but she needs to forget about the knockout and let her hands go. Just let them flow like she did with Cheyenne in her last fight. I expected that fight to go more rounds, and Serrano got her out of there in 2 rounds. So she needs to let her punches go with combos and her jabs and her footwork. Do her work and get out, get in, get out, move around, keep turning her in circles.
A good shot landed from Serrano there at the 10-second mark here of round 3.
That. She needs to wear down Manzur, you know, like, gotta do something to make her miss, make her pay, make her. Every time you throw haymakers like Manzur does, if you miss them, you're gonna get tired.
Rising to the challenge so far is Lucrecia Manzur. All the pressure, honestly, she said this herself, has been on Amanda Serrano. And even though Serrano has said, hey, look, I'm still looking for win number 50, even if I don't get the knockout, and I'm still going to have another fight after this. And kind of maybe trying to temper those expectations a little bit, because you don't want to go into a fight saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to get the record, etc. But that does put a little or a lot of added pressure, even on, you know, the veteran of Serrano and what she's been able to do. It's still there.
Yeah,
that weight is still there.
It's changed the framework of the narrative of this fight. Coming into it, it's essentially, you know, when Amanda Serrano will score the knockout, but there's still a world title fight to be had, and that is a titanic right hand that Manzur just landed.
Again with the right hand from Manzur, and she catches the champ with multiple right hands up against the ropes. Came to spoil the party, she did, and so far she's delivering, and right back comes the champ, and there is some blood now on the forehead of Amanda Serrano. To the
Serrano,
body digs the challenger.
Hard body shots by Manzur. She's really sitting down on those shots. Look at that. Serrano's in trouble here.
Absolutely.
Serrano has always had an otherworldly chin, but you always worry about fighters as they start to get later in their careers. Will there ever be that moment where their chin fails them? It hasn't so far for Serrano, but she is taking some massive shots that she does not want to be taking right now.
And even on the way out from Manzur. Serrano pawing with that jab. Left hand delivered down to the body.
Yeah, she needs to throw more
Big
combinations.
shots. There's some good shots in that exchange landed by Serrano, but Manzur is taking them and giving them right back.
Serrano needs to get back on the outside again with the jab, double jab. Just let her punches go. Don't worry about the knockout. I mean, I don't know if that she's thinking about that, but she needs to let her hands go. She's a good combination puncher. And I haven't seen that. I haven't seen a lot of that. Here we see Manzur again catching Serrano over the top with the right hand. Triple, like 4 or 5 right hands. Serrano trying to hold on. There we see it again.
And then I think before that flurry was over, she caught her with the left hand as well up top. Serrano.
Yeah, this is an incredible story that could be unfolding if Manzur can spring an upset here tonight. You know, what you essentially are seeing right now, you have Amanda Serrano, who, you know, is using the moniker the most paid. She's broken down these barriers for women's boxing. But on the other side, you have Lucrecia Manzur, who said earlier this year, I couldn't afford to box if my parents didn't help me financially. Manzur is as massive an underdog as you can imagine here tonight, and look what she's pulling off.
I mean, and you could argue that she, so far, has won every round of this fight. And who would have thought that?
I know I didn't. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very surprised that, and she keeps applying that constant pressure. I mean, you got to look at this too, guys. Serrano has been in a lot of training camps, a lot of wars, a lot of wear and tear. She is 37 years old. Manzur is 27 years old. That's the 10-year difference. That means something too.
One right back to it, right? Just fought in El Paso, May 30th. Right back into camp.
Your body doesn't recuperate.
3-minute rounds in that fight, although it didn't go very far.
With Cheyenne, yeah.
And now here we are again, but I'm not going to make rounds of this fight. And I'm waiting and I'm looking for an adjustment to be made here by the champ.
I mean, there is one shot that is working for Serrano right now, and it is that left hand to the body.
Yep.
The left hand to the body and circle to your jab hand. I repeat this over and over again. When you're lefty, you don't move. See, she's running right into Manzur's overhand right.
Well, and she's circling to that side.
Circle the other way.
Funny, and that couldn't get the crowd back into it. They are shocked at what they're seeing, and rightfully so.
I mean, we're shocked too. I'm shocked. I mean, I didn't expect this. She's fighting a young, hungry fighter that she's in there to win.
Manzur looking for a life-changing performance and moment here tonight.
Without a doubt, would change the trajectory of her career.
I'm looking at Manzur, and her facial, from the beginning, her facial expressions don't change. She's so calm. I mean, she's just doing her job, jabbing in.
Yeah, she says she's always like that. She's just, this is another day at the office. All the pressure is on her. I won 14 fights. She's lost 4, but she does have 7 knockouts. Like, she's kind of been through it all, but just under the radar in Argentina. And, you know, making her announcement to the rest of the world tonight in a fashion to which even other boxing experts would probably sit back and say, definitely not what I thought.
Yeah, and as we look at the CompuBox fight stats, they paint a more optimistic picture for Amanda Serrano right now. But when you're looking at it in real time, not all power shots are created equal. And these left hooks that Manzur is landing, you'd have to think that the judges are seeing them as more significant than what Serrano is landing right now.
Oh,
and
there's
right hands like
the
that.
right hand as well has been a weapon.
Yeah, that's definitely been a buffet of right hands from Manzur.
It's a good body shot from Serrano there. And then a clash of heads.
Yeah, Serrano lands that left hand, lands the jab, but she can't stop Manzur on her tracks. Manzur just keeps walking forward, walking her down. And that's why I'm saying she needs to get on her toes. But maybe she don't have the legs that she used to have. I don't. Things take a toll. Like when you get older, it takes longer for your body to recoup.
The fight already in the books as we take a look at some replays and that right hand of Manzur. Raul.
Again, yeah. A lot of activity by Manzur. Look at that. 3 overhand rights that landed on Serrano.
Rising to the occasion, right? We saw that with Melissa Mortensen early fight, rose to the occasion, relatively unknown, first fight in the US, first world title opportunity, and we're kind of seeing that again here in the main event.
And again, there's so many factors at play. You start speculating as to whether the wear and tear of this legendary career and some of the most brutal fights in women's boxing history, whether they're playing a toll on Amanda Serrano. But you also have to question, was there a toll of the pressure of, again, being told that there's almost an inevitability of a knockout here tonight? Now we're at that midway point in the fight where Serrano needs to worry about just winning this fight.
Yeah, I mean, the whole knockout thing, I mean, I know that is some kind of added pressure for a fighter like Serrano, but Serrano has a lot of experience. She's been on the big stage for many years. She's fought in front of big crowds. She's fought in big arenas. So, I mean, the Katie Taylor fight, that's a lot of pressure. I think it might be more of a, like the wars in the training camp, the wear and tear of her body that we're seeing here. And again, I don't want to take anything away from Manzur, but I mean, look. Oh, her legs. She just got hit with an overhand right, and you saw Serrano's legs she buckled.
Well, and Serrano is the type of fighter that will take a shot or two to give some back, but what is different tonight is we're not seeing that return fire.
No, these are massive left hooks that are connecting from Manzur. There's another one right on cue.
It wouldn't surprise, this is just me talking, the way she's getting hit right now, I mean, look, she's done this for so many years. If she keeps getting hit like that, I think the corner could stop the fight. Why keep her from getting hurt? Like, I mean, she already cemented her legacy. She's done a lot for women's boxing. There's no reason. I'm not saying they should stop the fight right now, but if she continues to get hit like that and stumbles herself like how she is right now, if I was in the corner, I would stop her.
And it's shots like that. I mean, you look at the highlights, they all come at the hands of Manzur.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Boom. Look at her legs. Look at the way she's backing down. Look at her.
It's the response to the shots,
the response.
Right?
Yes. Like you're not that young lion when you used to be younger. You're like, you react different. Look at her facial body language.
Can Amanda, the real deal Serrano, pull a rabbit out of a hat tonight as we approach round 8? She does have to work versus the traditional 10 rounds for women's boxing. Will that be to her favor or to her detriment as we start round 8?
Manzur starting off the round with another right hand right down the pipe. Serrano changing her defensive approach just a little bit, Raul, carrying her hands a little bit higher, at least to start the round.
But a little bit tighter, but I still don't like her moving to her left hand. Especially when he knows Manzur's got that overhand right. She's there to be hit.
A big right hand again there for Manzur.
And that jab that Manzur has, that comes around. She comes around Amanda's jab, and she lands it all the time.
You start as the clock ticks closer and closer, thinking about the massive upsets we've seen in boxing history, right? Not just women's boxing history, but this would be up there.
Listen, we don't want to be premature about this, but boxing's often referred to as the cruelest sport for a lot of reasons, but one of them is because even the greatest fighters aren't always owed a celebration and a coronation on the way out.
Look, Amanda landed like 2 straight left hands right now. It didn't even move Manzur at all.
There's some good shots right there, good combination there from Amanda Serrano. Definitely needs more of that. And no respect being shown. All that goes out the window, like Lucrecia said, when the bell rings. She is an idol of mine, but I came here to win.
Yeah, and she'll have to, because she still does have an all-time great across the ring from her. And with all of the years of experience and ring smarts, and Manzur, despite all of the praise we've been giving her, can't be certain that the scorecards are in her favor. And there's still a path for Serrano if Manzur slows down, for Serrano to pile up some rounds towards the end of this fight and make the scorecards very interesting. We don't know what they look like right now. We know what these big right hands and left hooks look like for Manzur.
And so does Amanda Serrano, as she's seen, or maybe hasn't seen, a ton of them coming her way. But it's been the more defining moments in this fight so far have belonged to Manzur.
Yep.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah, that's what she needs. He landed it. This is a good round for Serrano. Yeah.
Again, she took the left to the body that time and finished with the right hand up top.
We're getting close to the championship rounds, and that might be the deciding factor. Whether she's got to keep that activity going. I like the activity. Forget about the power. Let your punches fly. Let them go. And that's exactly what Serrano's doing in this round.
And although she's going to her left there, Serrano has done a better job in this round of staying away from that right hand of Manzur. Circling in this direction now.
Again, leaning on what has worked best for her in this fight, starting things with that left hand to the body.
A bit of, I think you see Manzur's right eye is swelling up pretty bad. There's a little bit of swelling, right?
And a much better round there for the champ, Amanda Serrano. Probably the most round of the fight, I would say, in her favor.
Here we see Manzur coming, diving in with the right hand, with her head too. But Serrano's combination punching right there, blocking those shots. Keeps turning her with her jab, lands her left hand. Nice left hand there by Serrano. That was a really good round for Amanda. That should boost up her confidence, and if she could keep that momentum going in the round 10, 11, and 12, like Corey said, well, you never know.
And I was reminding folks of it being a 12-round fight and not a 10, and would that be to Amanda Serrano right now? And if things trend in the way they did this last round, then most certainly 11 and 12 might be more helpful than detrimental to the champion.
And a benefit maybe in a way she didn't anticipate. Now, just to illustrate what is going on in front of us, at least in the eyes of the betting community, I'm going to credit my buddy Marcus Vanderberg from ESPN for sending this along. Amanda Serrano started in some places as a minus 3,500 favorite. Amanda Serrano is down to a minus 130 favorite in some places.
And a warning from the referee, Thomas Taylor, to Lucrecia Manzur, and that was kind of prompted by a little bit of complaint in the corner of Serrano. Jordan Maldonado kind of signaling to Thomas a few things that they would like him to take a closer look at as this fight goes on.
I wonder what the betting odds were, Corey, that Amanda doesn't get the knockout. That would have been a good bet, right?
And under a minute left here in round 10. Round 10 is the farthest that Lucrecia Manzur has gone in her professional career. In fact, her last fight back in March went the 10-round distance, and then 2 fights before that, again, a unanimous decision win in 10 rounds. So she's been there, she's been here, but not kept.
Serrano continued. Oh, well, I was going to say she's continued to have some good moments, but she got caught there by the overhand right, then left hook, but she's still throwing more combinations, more punches and bunches, 3-4 punch combinations.
And she is being busier than Manzur this round, just as she was the last round. These are the quietest rounds in some time for Manzur.
From Serrano, and you know, those long looping shots that were connecting from Manzur earlier, Serrano has found her distance to escape harm's way more in these last few rounds than had she those shots connecting more flush earlier on the fight.
2 good body shots there from Serrano.
Beautiful.
Another one.
She takes an answer up top at the bell. Not enough time right there by Manzur. But again, back-to-back rounds now, in our opinion, at least here ringside for Amanda Serrano.
I agree. Pretty clear rounds for Amanda.
And I wish we were mic'd up and could hear the corners, because these moments are when you need to get everything you can out of your fighter. These championship rounds, 11 and 12. So much on the line for both of these women here tonight.
Yeah, I think that if Amanda wins his next 2 rounds, that makes the fight possibly a lot closer.
Round 2 left, we are in the championship round, Temecula.
And Manzur's got to go. She's got to go for broke 2. She's got to win this 2 rounds, because you don't know what the judges are seeing or how the judges have it. She definitely won the first half of the fight. Manzur did, but then Serrano's slowly. She's been coming back.
The penultimate round is the title. Are the titles changing hands here tonight in Temecula, California, or can the champ string together a couple more rounds like the last 2 that she had and pull away with the victory tonight? That was a nice shot there landed by Serrano.
And it's not just the titles on the line. A win for Manzur would almost signify the turning over of an era, 1 fight sooner than Amanda Serrano was preparing for. But she's doing exactly the kind of work she needs right now, ripping those body shots. That is what has worked for her all night long.
Right on the belt line of Manzur. She sat down on that left hand. She caught one up top there.
Oh.
And again.
That awkward jab there by Manzur's catching Amanda again. She's got to keep circling to her jab hand. Do her work and get out.
And sometimes we talk about this, especially when in male boxing, when a fighter talks about, you know, the end of his career or kind of has 1 foot out the door and what that does for the opponent. Like, oh, you know, they're already thinking about being done. Well, tonight, Manzur would like to super fast speed up that exit for Serrano and take those belts back to Argentina, and has fought like that each and every round. Down to the body again for Serrano. I mean, she wanted that victory lap in Puerto Rico, did Serrano. She may still take it, win or lose or draw tonight, but not quite the same appeal without the belts.
It's certainly not the script that was expected.
Body shot there by Serrano.
Again, good left hand. And then over the top with the left hand for Manzur. Another time. We got 2 minutes left, guys. 2 minutes left. a look at some of the action from round 11.
Nice body shot there by Serrano, going to the body with her left hand and over the top with the right hook. Good combination punching by Serrano in that round. And Manzur, I mean, taking some heavy shots. He's taking the best shots that Serrano.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 12th and final round for the Unified World Championships.
Gloves and a wink of the eye from Amanda Serrano, who needs 2 of the best minutes of her professional career right here.
Lucrecia Manzur has dreamt of this moment her entire life, and she could be less than 2 minutes away from what would be an unthinkable upset in the eyes of the boxing community here tonight. But Amanda Serrano is still in there trying to pull this one out of the fire.
She's definitely made it a lot closer, Amanda, from the first half of the fight, I think, to now. I don't know if she's ahead, but it's definitely a much closer fight, and she's having a good round. She's having a good round.
Nice uppercut by the champ. Body shot. And then that same left hand again finds a home twice for Manzur.
Make it 3.
And a right hand to boot. Or should I say to face of Amanda Serrano. 1 minute left. They got to go for it now. 50 seconds. And really not a sense of urgency from Manzur here either, as a good shot lands for Serrano.
Beautiful boxing right now by Amanda Serrano. Look at that. Now you see Manzur holding on. She might have got rattled.
Nice short, clean shot from Serrano, lands on the inside. Manzur looking to hold. Would be kind of smart of her to do so. 20 seconds left. Right hand from Serrano. Straight left hand from the champ. Right hand connects for Manzur. They slung it out to the bell. This one's going to the scorecards. No knockout tonight.
No knockout tonight, but what we got was an incredibly...
And a Big Mo is standing by with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 full rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision and to determine a world champion. First, Judge Martha Tremblay sees the contest 114 to 114. While judges Christy Rosario and Fernando Villarreal see it 116 to 112, declaring your winner by majority decision. And still, the unified featherweight champion of the world, Amanda, the real deal, Serrano.
And Amanda Serrano, your winner tonight by majority decision. 116-112 twice. 114-114 collects win number 50. In defeat, still smiling, Lucrecia Manzur, who tonight rose to the occasion, Raul, and delivered a spectacular performance. Here's a look at the CompuBox numbers, which skew slightly in the favor of Amanda Serrano when it comes down to the power punches landed and the amount of power punches thrown, although the more accurate puncher tonight in terms of power shots was Manzur.
Yeah, Manzur did land the more, like you said, accurate, the way she
Amanda,
goes,
maybe this wasn't the knockout that you wanted, but this was your 50th win. You're one of the most decorated fighters in the sport. I mean, what is there left to chase?
Listen, it was simply an honor, a pleasure. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I am so happy and honored that was the first championship main event fight on TikTok, guys. Super excited, super honored. But listen, this girl, I knew she was tough. She's young. She's 27. She's 10 years younger than me. These girls are getting younger, stronger. Thank God I'm almost out of the game. Let them have fun. But it was truly an honor to be in there with a tough young fighter. She was hungry, and I knew that coming into training, I trained really hard because I knew it was an opportunity for her. And I was told, every time I'm given an opportunity, you seize that opportunity. And I know all these girls who are fighting me, they're doing the same thing. So I had to come with my A game. I hit her hard. I hurt my hand. Ella fuerte, she's really strong. But listen, what's next for me? We still got that 30-30 knockout. I got one more fight. If I don't get it, listen, I'm glad that I tried with Christy Martin, and she's probably happy for me too that I didn't make it. But I got the 50th win. That's a milestone on its own. It's a lot of fights in me.
It ain't over till it's over, that's for sure. You mentioned she's 27. She's one of so many young women that look up to you. She even said herself, you're her idol. I mean, what you've done for the sport of women's boxing is incredible. Would you have ever imagined when you got into this that this is what the ceiling would look like and you playing a part in that?
No, not for 1 second. I knew it was hard when my sister was doing it, when she was fighting and became world champion. It was hard. They didn't want me to fight, but I was stubborn and I wanted to fight. I loved it, and right before I signed with MVP, I was getting ready to retire. I was going to retire, being a 7th Division World Champion, broke. But thank God MVP came along. They gave me a chance. I seized the opportunity. I made them believe in women's boxing, and look at us now. We're like over 40 deep. We have amazing champions, amazing fighters with MVPW. And listen, there's a saying, when you inspire people, they become your rival. What is it? When you're idol, when your fans become your rival. So a lot of these girls, I inspire a lot of these girls, and now they're able to face me, and they're looking at me like, okay, I love you, but I'm taking you down. I'm gonna hurt you.
I love you, but I'll punch you in the face.
Exactly.
Let's hear from your opponents.
Lucrecia, yesterday we talked about taking this opportunity and making it yours, and today you gained a whole lot of fans tonight. What type of statement do you think you made tonight against Amanda Serrano? Ayer hablamos de hoy, cómo iba a ser una oportunidad para ti de mostrarles al mundo lo que tienes, el talento que tienes contra una peleadora, una gran peleadora como Amanda Serrano. ¿Cómo te sientes hoy saber que te ganaste los corazones de miles, millones de personas que te están viendo en vivo?
Bueno, primero que nada, buenas noches. Para mí un placer pelear contra ella, es mi ídola, como lo dije. Yo vine a pelear, vine en busca de mi sueño, me entrené duro, sabía que enfrente tenía una rival dura, sabía que es muy buena. Y bueno, no se dio esta noche, yo la admiro un montón, pero bueno, me voy medio triste, pero soy una boxeadora que jamás bajo los brazos, y si no se dio ahora, se va a dar pronto, porque yo jamás bajo los brazos y sé que voy a ser campeona del mundo.
Tonight was a dream come true to go against a fighter like you, and as a boxer, everyone has dreams to go against their idols, and that's what you did. And although I may be sad that my hand didn't get raised tonight, it's going to be another night. Un mensaje. Te están diciendo que definitivamente te van a traer a pelear con la promoción de MVP otra vez.
Ay, muchísimas gracias, para mí un placer pelear en tremendo evento, y agradecer a la Amanda que le dio mucho motivación al boxeo femenino, porque mucho está el masculino y el femenino estaba apagado, y gracias a ella hoy podemos brillar las mujeres.
She said thank you so much for her invite to be back with MVP, a tremendous production, but of course, Amanda, thank you for taking on the fight. And in boxing, a lot of times, the focus is just on the male fighters, but thanks to you, you've really helped put female boxing on a pedestal.
Bueno, déjame mandar un saludo grande para Tucumán, a mi familia que la amo, a Argentina que me hizo el aguante. Quiero mandar también un saludo, primero que nada agradecerle a Dios, a la iglesia donde voy, que siempre están orando por mí, a mi viejo, a Seba, a mi papá, que lo amo con toda mi alma. Él sabe que es mi ídolo, la persona que me amo en esta vida, que a pesar de su problema que tiene, él está firme a mi lado, a mi mamá, a mi hermana, a todo, y si me olvido de alguien, perdón, al profe Raúl Molina, al profe Leo también, que me ayudaron mucho en esta pelea, a mi nutricionista. Un beso a todos, y dejamos agradecer a las chicas, a Juliana Basualdo y a Pochi, que me ayudaron en el guanteo. Un beso grande.
As a recap, she'd like to thank everybody, her family back at home, her church, her family who's right here, and everyone who tuned in to watch the fight. Amanda, any last words?
No, I just want to say a big thank you to my team, Jordan, my sister, Jose, Mikey, for believing in me. Obviously, Makisa, Jake, Mike Lenari, everybody part of MVP. You guys are the best. You guys are the greatest. The last couple of years have been the best in my career. I'm happy what I've done in my career, and I'm happy that I'm almost out of it, and to be part of MVPW, and to continue to work and see these beautiful, amazing, young, talented women do great things. I opened the door for them, and now they're just coming in and crashing through, and I love it, and I just love being a woman right now in this sport and continue to make this sport grow beautifully.
So beautiful.
Thank
You're
you,
incredible.
TikTok. Thank you to all my TikTok fans, all my TikTok family. I love you guys. Thank you for coming out. Thank you, TikTok, for believing in women's boxing. Let's go. This is the first, and I'm hoping it's not the last.
Amen.
Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, Emily, as we kind of put a button on the fights tonight. And Amanda Serrano said, you know,